Chang78. Sorry it's been a while, but I have a question for you today. What is your biggest pet peeve? It could be a quality in someone or something that someone does. Like, what annoys you the most? Let me know.
So Patrick, what are some of your pet peeves?
Thanks for the question, guys. One of my pet peeves is people not being considerate of other people around them, and especially when they're not aware of it. For example, when someone sits next to you and they start shaking their leg and they're not aware of it. I myself have done this in the past, and I try to catch myself when I do this. Another thing that bothers me is when people are driving and they're not aware how slow they're going or how much they're in the way of somebody, or how they don't realize if they go a little bit further they can really help other people behind them. It's nothing like a slow car with 10 cars behind them. They can just move out of the way, let the cars pass, and just move back into the lane. So these are some of the small things that really are my pet peeves. Of course, there are some people who just do this on purpose and are just not very considerate of other people. Now, these people are on a different level and in a different category, but I'm mainly talking about those who have no clue, who are not aware of what they're doing. Of course, I myself am this way sometimes, and I just want to learn from these and be more aware of what I'm doing around other people.
Hi Patrick, my question to you is, what does living in Philly mean to you?
Living in Philly means that I'm out of my comfort zone. You know, I grew up in the suburbs, which means that everything was just a short drive away. And that's another thing. I wasn't so used to just walking to everywhere to get to places or taking public transportation. Another thing is, in the suburbs, everything is very spread out. All the people are very spread out. But in the city, everything is just very bunched together, including the people. So when you walk on the street, go to any place, there's just so many people in one dense area. And of course, one of the biggest things I had to adjust was being away from family and friends. But of course, there are positives being taken out of your comfort zone. One thing is, we're on a new adventure, being in a new place, discovering new things. And as far as friends and family are concerned, well, you meet new friends, and we moved into a house and we have great neighbors. And of course, we have a place where family and friends can visit us. Well, that's all we experienced when we first moved to Philly. But what does living in Philly mean to me now? Well, living in Philly means that I'm home now. We bought a house here, our kids were born here, and when I go back to California, I feel like a visitor, which is kind of strange to me. But Philly is definitely home now.
Hi Patrick, so my question for you is, what is one experience that has changed your life other than, of course, marrying May and becoming a father? It can be both or either positive or negative. Thanks!
This is a tough question because a lot of the negative experiences I've had that really changed my life, I wouldn't really share. And a lot of our experiences that we have in life, we should keep in private between us and the Lord. And a lot of the positive experiences, well, you've already mentioned the main ones. Marrying my wife, having my kids. A little experience I could share is when I found out I graduated. And this is both a positive and negative experience. Of course, positively, I graduated, so I was very happy about that. On the negative side, I had to go to my professor to find out if I passed the class. The fact that I was worried about if I passed the class kind of shows you or tells you where I was kind of academically. He was calculating all the points, and then he said, well, you passed. Not by much, but you passed. Then he closed his book, and he nonchalantly said, well, what are you going to do after graduation? And to me, I was just shocked. I didn't know what to say. I was kind of shell-shocked. And then I just told him what I was going to do. But in the back of my mind, I said, I just couldn't believe I graduated. Well, of course, after that, my life changed because I started a new job. I had to start paying bills. All these things that adulthood brings your way. But from that point on, a new stage of my life had begun. And of course, years later, I got married, and then we moved to Philadelphia, and then more years later passed, and now we have 2 kids. Well, of course, those are life-changing events as well. But that really kind of started the change into adulthood for me.
Ooh, and I have one more question for you. Can you please do the baby shark dance? Just give it a shot.
Well, I can't really do the shark dance, but I know someone that can.
Baby shark, 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 shark. Baby shark, 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 shark. Grandma shark, 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 shark. Grandma shark, 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 shark. Mama shark, 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 shark. Mama shark, 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 shark. Papa shark, 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 shark. Papa shark, 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 shark. Super deep, 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 deep. Super deep, 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 deep. Super deep. Super deep. Sumo wave, shark, 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 shark. Sumo wave, shark, shark,